When the internet started, it had huge promise to connect, to inspire, and to empower us as citizens. But in the last decade or so, much of the internet has done the reverse. It has divided, it has polarized, and it's disinformed us. I'm Clare Melford. I'm the co-founder and the chief executive of GDI. So GDI is a non-profit that I started with my co-founder, Dr. Danny Rogers, in 2018 to try to break the business model of harmful online content. We use a combination of machine learning and human review to assess online news sites, news websites, and then we provide that risk assessment to advertisers and technology companies so that advertisers can choose whether or not they want to fund content that is polarizing and divisive and harmful, or whether they want to steer their advertising back towards more quality journalism. The business model of the tech companies is an advertising-based business model, which means that the algorithms that technology companies use to serve content up to us solve for engagement. They promote the content that is likely to keep us there the longest in order that we can be shown the most advertising. And our reptilian brains, the limbic system in our brain, the emotional center in our brain, has not evolved much in the last millennia, and therefore we respond more quickly and more assertively to content that triggers our negative emotions, our hate, our fear, our disgust, our greed, our anger. And therefore that is the sort of content that those algorithms solve for, promote, because that is what will keep us there longest, and that is therefore what will be the most profitable. So the machine learning system that we have built assesses adversariality, it assesses hostility in text. So it can determine whether a piece of text is trying to set the reader of a story against the subject of the story. And the subject is usually in one of three categories. It's either content that is adversarial against at-risk groups, people of different colors, races, religions, sexualities, genders, or it's content that is adversarial, trying to set reader against subject, and the subject is science. Think of COVID conspiracies, climate change denialism or delayism, vaccine skepticism. And then the third category of content that we see these adversarial narratives in is democracy, content that is trying to undermine our trust in democracy, voting systems, the judiciary, the media, the systems that underpin modern democracies. The best way to describe impact is to describe what has happened since we've been able to give advertisers more choice over where their adverts go. And we have been able to show that hundreds of millions of dollars of advertising revenue has flowed away from some of the most harmful sites on the internet and back towards quality journalism. That's not just the result of my organization's work, but it's the result of the whole advertising sector demanding higher standards and higher transparency levels from the technology companies that place their adverts on news sites on the internet. So we can demonstrate that advertisers do care. They want their advertising dollars next to quality content, and when they are given the data that enables them to do that, that's the choice they make.